Good afternoon to everybody. Today is Sunday the 30th of June and it's day 8 on the allotment. I was here yesterday. The sun is absolutely glorious. Ooh, it's a scorcher, as some tabloids might ordinarily comment, but apparently none of them have today. I was listening to the radio before it came out, and that headline that you get every year, nobody's gone with it this year, but it is the hottest day of the year, which is a bit of a shame really, because it means it can only get worse after this. And it's June, so not sure what's going to happen to July and August. But we're here and we have a few things to do today, so let's take a look and see what we're going to get up to. These are the first potatoes that I planted, and you see that I've got weeds coming through here. So that's something that I'm going to have to do through here. I've also got to muddy up these potatoes to increase the yield, so that's something that I have to do. Along here, not too much going on. Probably put a few more slug pellets down, but so far so good. Over here in this bed, well, it has to be weeded. There's weeds going all along here. This, if you remember, was the first bed that I dug, and I think it's fair to say I didn't have a clue what I was doing. I was using a shovel instead of a fork, and I've totally messed it up. So there are lots of weeds in there. The issue that I've got is that I can see that these here, just there, that is a broad bean. But there are runner beans in here as well. And while some weeds are obvious, I don't want to pull up a runner bean if they've come through. And there's a couple of things that are in the right kind of place for a runner bean. So I may let these grow a little bit before really cracking on that, because what I don't want to do is dig into the soil and dig out a runner bean. Over here I didn't expect great things anyway. I think we'll just water those. And these raspberry canes, nothing's really going to happen to those until next year. So I can probably do a bit of weeding there as well. And over here, what we firmly believe are my black currants. They just need water, and I'll clear that as I get around to it. Now, in addition, there is over here the third bed, which is probably going to be the most difficult bed I've dug yet, because it's now very overgrown. So those are the things I need to do. The question is, what do I do first? I can't let the weeds go too long, but it's going to be a lot easier when my hoe arrives, my Dutch hoe, to get the weeds out, and that's next week. So what I may decide to do today is to get digging on the third bed. I've got some more potatoes with me that I can put into the rest of the second bed, and also what I managed to dig of this third bed, and then get some weeding done during the week. Saturday and Sundays are my big days to really get into the ground, so I think digging is the right thing to do. And to wait till I've got the proper tools and get weeding next week. Come down and maybe do 20 minutes, half an hour each day. That's the plan. I think I'm going to get on with it, so I'll talk to you in a second. Thanks, bye. Just stopping for a second because digging this third bed is really interesting, and it's made me question quite a few things, because number one, there is a layer of clay just around the edge that you couldn't grow anything in it, and some of it is hard and some of it is, well, like clay. So I'm putting that on the compost heap. Also, the ground is absolutely full of stuff I don't want in it. Weeds, the grasses, everything in there is stuff I don't want, and it's really taking time to pull out, which made me sort of think, actually, maybe I was being too precious about the soil, because I started off just turning the ground over, and then I changed to a real sort of micro going through the ground, picking out every last little bit of weed for every inch, which is good, but takes a very long time. Now let me show you the second bed, and I'll also show you the third bed to show you what I mean about the clay. So I'll turn the camera around. The first thing to notice is that the compost heap has doubled in size for the amount of rubbish that I have taken out of the ground today. Look at the size of that. So, going over here, this is my first bed, and you can see that there are many, many, many weeds. Let's go around the other side so there isn't a shadow. Many weeds. I've got to be really busy when my hoe arrives. Now let's take a look at the new bed first of all. Haven't dug very much of it yet, but all along here, where that peg is going along the side, all along there is about a foot of it that's sort of spreads across to here, and that is all clay. So I'm just digging that out and putting it into the wheelbarrow here. What soil there is, I'm going through and I'm tilling it again, and getting all of the weeds out, but as you saw, there's lots of it, and you can see with all the stuff that's on top that there's lots and lots and lots. Just overhead there is a fighter plane, World War I biplane going over. I don't know if you can see that. So yes, it made me think, was this worth it? Because I've got a new neighbour over there, and he arrived yesterday, and he just turned over the ground and he's created a huge patch to grow stuff. So was I wasting my time? Thinking about that, I also had to muddy up my potatoes today. Now, if you remember, this bed, I was just turning the ground over with a fork to begin with. And then I got to here, and I changed to the way that I go through the soil. Now, so I started muddying up here, and the soil is absolutely full of weeds and roots, and it's not pleasant, and I'm going to have a day there with the hoe just pulling stuff out, and when I do finally pull the potatoes out, I need to go through that ground, that section, to make sure that I've pulled all the roots out. Over here, this is where I wasn't doing that, and this has been a couple of weeks now. The ground is like compost. It is so fine, it's a fine till, you can do a lot with the soil, it's really rich, it's fantastic. So that's pretty much answered my question for me. Now what I have done is dig a new trench here, and again, digging this, which I finally finished yesterday, has been an absolute joy. So I definitely do think it is worthwhile going through with that very fine micromanagement of your weeds. So that's what I'm going to do, and there's a couple of my allotment neighbours that are saying yes, they do the same thing. It is the hard way to do it, but it seems to be the best way, and best is good. So what I'm going to do now is cover my potatoes over, so that on both sides, put those in the ground so that I've got more stuff growing. Every weekend try and end up with more stuff actually in the ground, as well as digging. So talk to you when I've done that. Cheers, bye. It's getting towards the end of the day now. As usual, and this should probably be the name of the channel, I didn't get as much done as I wanted to. That is just the general theme. I think I have unrealistic ideas about what I can achieve. But I am pleased. The idea with this is always have little victories so that I can walk away and feel pleased, so that I can also feel good about coming back. So let's take a look and see what we did, and I'll show you around. This is my second bed, and on this end bit here, either side we have 4 potatoes that have been planted. These are Charlotte potatoes this time. So we have the Maris Bard up the top. Then we have the, I can't remember what the brand and variety was there. That'll probably appear in the top of the screen when I get home and can look it up. And then down here we have Charlotte potatoes. Now what I've also done is an experiment, because in there is not very much ground that has been dug, and in fact it hasn't been dug that well. What you have there are weeds, what you have there are rocks, bits of clay and everything. Now what I've also done is to put 4 of the Charlotte potatoes in there as well, just to see how well they do compared to these and also to those over there. So we'll see what happens there. I'll come back and I'll make sure it's watered next week. But if life is going to happen, and whether they get on any better than the others in bed 2. I showed you the compost heap, all the rubbish that I've taken out of that soil today. It's enormous, and I do need to get my compost bin. I've had my canes delivered here. That's a load of canes that were really cheap actually from Amazon. There's 50 canes in there apparently, and the whole thing I think cost me a tenner, 14 quid with delivery. I have beans that are doing very well. They are coming along. I think we can actually say we've had a success with broad beans. It's a shame that I don't believe that we have equal success with runner beans. It's a shame that not one of them would come up. My task next time is to get that weeded. I will have my hoe, so bring that along and make sure that's weeded. The potatoes have been muddied up. All these little mounds here. Important to keep them growing and going up. So all in all, I'm quite pleased with the day. Let me just turn that around again. I've had what I believe to be another productive day. So I'll see you again next time, and we'll have day 9 on the allotment next time. So that was 8. Thanks for watching.